Well, hello and welcome to another video. If you can hear if you can hear it's the rain. So it's raining very heavily where I live. But yeah, what I wanted to show you was my second shelf because I promised that when I'd finished my second shelf, which I'm gonna show you, much like I did in the last room review tour thingy, was that I was gonna show you it, and I showed you this one, which is essentially the second season of David Tennant's era. I did essentially want it all to be David Tennant's era, but again, it didn't. Sadly, there's not enough space on the shelves, which is a shame because I would have liked that. I am planning on putting the TARDIS set behind the first couple of figures, much like that one. So I should have two. Essentially, that is my only TARDIS. Yes, I know I've only got one TARDIS. There is about three other ones that I want, which is the 11th Doctor's TARDIS, both his new one, which is smaller than those TARDISes, because it's compatible with the 3.75-inch figures, his old one from Series 5, and obviously the Tom Baker one, so I can put it behind the lovely 4th Doctor from first sort of season, in a cool pose, and the K1 robot, which looks pretty badass. Then we move on to the Genesis of the Daleks Doctor. I did try and make it look more different from just this. You know how I did with like this bit where it's sort of like a battle scene. So it's not just the exact same like organization of this shelf duplicated onto this shelf with different figures. So that would be boring. That Dalek's essentially behind him, like with his plunger plunging him to his death. That's why he's kind of more in front of all the other Daleks. Destiny of the Daleks, I just wanted to fit that in somewhere. And yeah, let's just say he's about to blow up Davros. This Davros, obviously, there's that Dalek, another Dalek, because you get two drones. I tried doing this in chronological order as well, like in order of the episodes from first to last in figure-wise, so which was pretty hard. Next would probably be the Zygon then, because he comes in, he's from around the first season. I only need that episode, Terror of the Zygons, and then I'll have like all the first season's first like 10 or 11 episodes of Tom Baker's era. The three Cybermen from Revenge of the Cybermen set, which is a shame that I got them because I am a fan. I do actually really like the design. It's just that the price has dropped a lot since it originally came out. I blue tacked him because his legs kind of broke. As you can see, the Pyramids of Mars, 4th Doctor with the panel, and the Mummy with the sarcophagus. They all look pretty cool. I didn't put him in a pose because obviously there's the Cyberman and the Doctor and the Master. Sadly, I lost the Master's gun. This is the Master from Deadly Assassin. I wish he did come with the rod of Rassilon as well. Then, as you can see, the Keeper of Track and Clock. But before then, there is the Robots of Death, which shows the three amazingly designed Vok robots, all slightly different. That one's kind of a mucusy green, that's a silver, and that's a black. The Master is sort of hiding behind them. Then you've got obviously the Melker and Tom Baker, which is a shame that he's as far back as that because he's pretty good design, especially with the boots. I'm trying to get more light in this bit. Magnus Greel and Mr. Sin is going to be blue tacked as well. He can't really stand up on his own. So yeah, that is both my shelves. I can't get a wide enough shot in, which look pretty badass, if you don't mind me saying. If it was up to me, I would probably have a lot longer shelves, like they'd go all the way to like my door, which is about there. But then all this would have to move, and I don't have any more wall space or anything anywhere else. The third shelf isn't a figure thing. It should be, but it's books and stuff, and I don't really need those or have any space for them anywhere else. I mean, if it were figure shelf, I don't know what I'd do. I don't have that much space either. I have probably like another row of figures that I could put in, but I think it'd be like this that I'd have to kind of show you. But yeah, I have obviously, because I've set these out, noticed that obviously in the classics series you don't really get any actual sets, like play sets, like, well, okay, the TARDIS doesn't really count, but, you know, those two sort of things. And also, yeah, you don't seem to be getting those at all really anymore. I mean, apart from TARDISes for the classic Doctors, or just Doctors in general, you don't seem to get any sets, like play sets, like that, or the thing, you know. So I mean, I don't know what you could do for the classic series, for example. Well, I've just thought of a really cool idea, but it'd be a bit hard to do this. But I don't know, it could be really expensive set, but I don't know if the fans would like it. I mean, like, you know, the mining ship from the Robots of Death, you could have maybe made something like that, but then obviously that would have been huge, and not being able to be displayed. Do they make very large figures for the classic series, much like the Wolf? I am not sure. The Fendaline or Fendal or whatever it's called, that is probably the biggest and deluxe sort of one you'll get from the classic era. And by the way, when I'm talking about the classic era in this video, I mean just the Tom Baker era. I don't mean like any of the other Doctors, because someone will be bound to comment below and say, oh, well, the chase set, the thingy-mabob, the thing that chases them, or whatever, the things that verse the Daleks in that story, or whatever, I've forgotten what they're called, but yeah, that's large and quite big. I've just forgotten that, yeah, okay, the exception of the K1 robot, there's not many big figures, and I mean, compared to the Wolf, it's not that large, really, is he? But yeah, yeah, I really wanted to just show off my second shelf. It's a shame though now that I've set up all these shelves. I really enjoy putting these figures up, and I've tried to sort of extend it, you know, to just take time and organise where I want everything to be, and that, because I truly do enjoy putting them, or have enjoyed putting them on the shelf and displaying them in sort of different ways. Because obviously, like this, like for example with the hands and that, I didn't want that one to have a raised hand like those two do, like that or something, because those two already have that, so I just placed it like that. So, you know, just neat stuff like that, or, you know, putting that Dalek behind the Doctor to just show that something is actually sort of doing something, you know, it's kind of like interacting with another figure and stuff, so it's not just plain old boring things. I mean, you could argue that's the same thing, but that's sort of like a little battle scene. So yeah, thanks for watching, and goodbye.